First of all, we want to offer our most humble prostrated obeisances at the lotus feet of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who revealed Vrindavan and Govardhan to the world. We're all sitting here today in this wonderful Dham of Sri Vrindavan only by the mercy of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And we offer unlimited amounts of obeisances at the lotus feet of Sriman Mahaprabhu, because it's by His mercy that we see all the places that we're taking darshan of here in Vrindavan. Because He personally came and revealed Radhakund and Shamakund before the eyes of the world. And He sent the 6 Goswamis to excavate all of these wonderful places. So it's only by His mercy that we're able to see the holy places of Braj. Today is the first day of the bright half of the month of Damodar. It is on this first day of the bright half of the month of Damodar that the Govardhan Leela took place. So we're here to commemorate that holy event, sitting here amongst the cows, because the cows are a very important part of this Govardhan Leela. First of all, in Chaitanya Charitamrita it also reveals how Sriman Mahaprabhu also did Prikrama of Govardhan. He just discovered Radhakund and Shamakund and revealed them to the eyes of the world when he came to, that time it was known as Suman Sarovar, we know Kusam Sarovar. Then he came to Manasi Ganga. Because the scripture says when you do Prikrama of Govardhan, you must take bath in Manasi Ganga and take darshan of Haridev. And Chaitanya Charitamrita describes a beautiful Prikrama mantra that Mahaprabhu was singing as he did his Prikrama of Govardhan. You can find it in Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can also find it in Venugit. This verse is there. Antaya madriya vala haridasa bharjo yad Rama Krishna charanam sparasam pramoda manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat Paniya surya vasa kanda mulai. So in Sanskrit, Hantayam means, oh, Hare. Hantayam Adri. Adri means hill. Just like you may have heard the name of Krishna, Adri Dharan, who held the Adri, held the hill. Hantayam Adri Abala. This particular verse is spoken by the gopis. So the gopis are speaking amongst themselves, and legend has it that the women are the weaker sex. I'm not saying that, don't report me to the women's message, I'm just saying legend says. Somehow they always manage to get their way, so the legend says. So therefore they address each other, Abala. Just like we know we have here Balaram. He's very strong. So the girls, they're talking, so they say Abala, they're not strong, they're the weaker sex. Abala, oh girls. Hantayam Adri Abala Haridasa Varjo. This hill is the most bestest devotee of Hari. There's many people in the scriptures who are known as Haridas, such as Yudhishthir Maharaj, Uddhav Maharaj, he's also known, Uddhavji is also known Haridas. But the gopis have declared Handayam Adri Abala Haridas Avarjo. Not just Haridas, not just Haridas Avar, but Haridas Avarya. He's the most bestest devotee of Hari. He's so great devotee of Hari that Krishna considers him non-different from himself. Therefore we, as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we don't step on the hill of Govardhan. Hantaya Madriyabala Haridasa Raju Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda. In Braj, when we talk about Ram and Krishna, we're talking about Krishna and Balaram. And I think most of you know by now the meaning of Charan. Charan means feet. Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparsham. You know this word Sparsha from Bhagavad-Gita? One verse is there. Matra Sparsha. To touch or to contact. So Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparsham. He's always getting the touch. Charan Sparsh of Krishna and Balaram all day long as they play on Govardhan. Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparsham Pramoda. Anybody has an Indian friend named Pramod? Several people have this famous name. Pramod means joyful. Govardhan is very joyful because he's getting the touch of the lotus seed of Krishna and Balaram all day long. Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasam Pramoda. Not only other reason he's very joyful is he's serving Vaishnavas. That's what makes him very joyful. Next verse says, Manam tanoti sahago ganayos tayoryat. We heard this manam before. Manina manadina. So he's serving. How he's serving? Manam. Who he's serving? Manam tanoti sahago. First he's serving to the cow. Manam tanoti sahago ganayos, the gopagan. He's serving to the cowherd boys, the Vaishnavas, the devotees. Tayoryat, those two. Last he's serving to Krishna and Balaram. First he serves cows, then he serves Vaishnavas, then he serves to the Lord. So it's very important. We're very fortunate to be here with so many, how many? 450 cows and bulls and calves, everything all together. We get opportunity to serve them. Because we should serve cows, we should serve Vaishnavas, and then we can serve Lord. Lord told, I don't know who says he's my devotee, I don't know who he is. But who says he's the devotee of my devotee, he's actually my devotee. So this is why Govardhan is very joyful. If you go there, you will see he's so joyful, all his hairs are standing on end. Especially when we get down to Govinda Kund, we see all of Govardhan's hairs are standing on end. He's so joyful. And he's especially surprised to see devotees from Russia, from America, from Germany, from South America, from South Africa, from Japan, from Bali, Indonesia, from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Mauritius, from so many places. Devotees from all over England and Lithuania and so many places that people in Braj never heard. You tell them, I'm from Lithuania. Where is that? Latvia. Where is that? Estonia. Where is that? We have Vaishnavas. So Giriraj is so shocked. All his hairs are standing on it and seeing all these Vaishnavas doing kirtana. What to speak from all parts of India. And how he's serving? Paniya. We don't see nowadays with our material eyes, but there's beautiful cascades of clear crystal water, clean crystal clear water, and beautiful pools of crystal clear water that the cowherd boys can refresh themselves from the heat of the day. Because I think this is the first word that our foreign devotees learn in Hindi, right? Pani. Oh Prabhu, where can I get pani? Where can I get water? There's a difference between us and the 6 Goswamis. The 6 Goswamis, they came to Braj. Hey Radhe Vrajadevi Ke Jalalite. Hey Nandasuno Kuta. Kuta means where. They're asking, oh Radhe, oh Lalita, oh Nandasuno, son of Nanda Maharaj, where are you? Are you on the bank of Jamuna? Are you near the Govardhan? Are you near the Kadamba tree? They're asking, oh, where's Radha? Where's Krishna? Where's Lalita? Where are they? And we come to Braj and we ask, Prabhu, where's Pani? And we don't see those crystal clear pools of water, but the gopis see them. And the gopis are very, very envious of those pools of water. Why? Because right in front of everyone's eyes, those pools of water are embracing every part of Krishna's body. Right in front of everybody's eyes. They're so envious. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes not just water, but also madhu. Madhu means honey. Honey is flowing from the trees. And pilu ras. Just now, the other day we were somewhere, we saw pilus we were at Radhakund. There's one pilu tree right near Raghunath Das Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. They used to explain to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur all the pastimes that happen in Radhakund. Not an ordinary pilu tree. He just explained to Vishwanath Chakravarti. He also had his Bhajan Kutir there. So we saw the little tiny pilu fruits that come. So pilu ras and amras, mango ras. All these things Govardhan is supplying. Paniya suyavasa. Suyavasa means grass. He supplies 2 types of grass. Nice, fresh, juicy, succulent grass to make the cows nice and fatty. Just like we have a big storehouse over here for storing grass and things for the cows. Especially we like to get the green grass. The cows are very happy when they see the green grass coming. We see all the fields when we go on Prakama. Many of them filled with these big, tall green grasses. So that's one type of grass. Other type of grass is for doing puja. We need this durva grass, this crabgrass. We need for doing puja. He's supplying both. And it's described that Govardhan Hill, originally he was so tall that when the sun god would pass across his chakra in the sky, his horses at the noontime, they would eat the grass on top of Govardhan Hill. So 2 types of grasses he's supplying. One for the cows, one for the devotees who worship the Lord. Pani yasuya sakandara. Kandara means cave. Very difficult to see. There's one cave you can see right at Punchari. There's the cave of Raghava Pandit. And old days we used to climb down inside, but the last time I went there, since a long time, maybe it's changed. The Baba used to not let us go. From outside, there was a little place you could peek in and see Raghava Pandit's cave. But the little Brijvasi children, since they're Brijvasi, they can walk on the hill. Just near our ISKCON Govardhan, you know that Danirai temple on top of the hill, the little children told us there's a cave there. Anyway, there's many caves that our material eyes can't see, even the present Brijvasis can't see. In those caves, the cowherd boys, they hide from the blazing sun of the summer. They take shelter from the cold breezes of winter. They take shelter from the rain. And in those caves, many, many intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna are taking place, away from everybody's eyesight. This is why Govardhan is so dear to Krishna. He's able to see the intimate pastimes of Radha and Krishna. He hides them from the eyes of everybody else. Haridasa Darjan. So many caves are there. Pani Yasuya Sakandara, Kandamulai. Just like everywhere we go, we see the little boys with the push carts with this white radish. So that's a root. Root we know is mul. So this radish is called muli. So mul means root. So Kandamulai means fruits and roots. Because you may have noticed, the little Brijvasi children, they're hungry 24 hours a day. So Govardhan, he's supplying them fruits and roots, kandamulai. So this was the Krikama mantra of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody can repeat. Antayam, Adri, Abala, Haridasa Varjo, Yad Rama Krishna, Charanam, Sparsham Pramoda, Manam Tanoti, Sahago, Ganayos, Tayorya, Paniya, Suyavasa, Kandara, Kandamula, Antaya Madri Abala Harirasa Varjo, Antaya Madri Abala Harirasa Varjo, Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda, Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda. This is a hard one. Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayos Tayoryat, Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayos Tayoryat, Paniya Suya Vasa Kandara Kandamula, Paniya Suya Vasa Kandara Kandamula. So now you all know the Govardhan Prikama mantra of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Gautamiya Tantra, there's also a very beautiful pranam mantra for Govardhan that I saw one time on the Govardhan Hill in Mayapur. In Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Sri Chaitanya Mat, there's also a Govardhan Hill. And I saw this mantra there. Later I found it was from Gautamiya Tantra. Very easy to understand. Namaste Girirajaya Sri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Daini. I think you could follow. Namaste Girirajaya. Namaste Girirajaya. I offer my obeisances to the King of the Hills. Namaste Girirajaya Sri Govardhana Namine. Sri Govardhana Namine. His name is Govardhan. Ashesha Klesha Nashaya. Klesh means troubles. He destroys unlimited amounts of troubles. And Paramananda Daini. He gives us unlimited amounts of happiness. Namaste Girirajaya. Namaste Girirajaya. Sri Govardhana Namine. Ashesha Klesha Nashaya. Paramananda Daini. So Govardhan Leela starts with Nanda Baba was preparing to do the Indra Puja. So Nanda Lala came there and he said, Baba, what is this sacrifice? What is the purpose? Who is the deity that you're worshipping? Is this something that you do every year, or is this just an occasional thing? He began to ask so many questions about the sacrifice. But Nanda Baba ignored him. He was very busy. Because little boys, they always ask too many questions anyway. So then he said, Baba, why are you keeping silence from me? Secrets we keep from those who are outside the family, but among family members we never keep secrets. Please tell me, what is the purpose of this sacrifice? So Nanda Baba said, Lala, we depend on the cows, and the cows need grass and grains. And grass and grains depend on the rains. And the rains depend on the mercy of Indra. So we're getting ready to perform the Indra Puja, to worship Indra for giving us rain, to supply grass and grains for our cows and for our agriculture. Then the Supreme Personality of Godhead Himself began to preach atheism. But Baba, the rain is falling even in the ocean where there's no need of water. The rain is falling on the desert where it's no use. Rain is falling anyway. No need to worship any Indra. The rain is coming anyway. There's no, what is he worshipping this Indra? Actually, if we just do our work as Vaishyas, the rains will come automatically. He began to preach Paramamimamsa philosophy. Just do your work. Even if there's a God, he has to give some result. He began to preach atheism. He said, actually, Baba, this Govardhan hill is supplying us nice fruits and roots and grasses and waters and so many things. We should actually worship Govardhan hill. He's protecting our cows and giving them nice grasses and nice water. We should worship Govardhan hill instead. So then Baba said, Are Lala, we'll do a separate yajna like you're suggesting. That's a good idea. But now we've collected all this grains and ghee. Let us do our Indra yajna. But Baba, it took a long time to get all this grains and ghee together. It will take a long time before you can do the Govardhan Puja. We should immediately do it. Anyhow, Lala convinced Nanda Baba. So then he asked how to do that yajna. And Krishna began to describe, you make mountains and mountains of rice with ghee on top. And mountains of pots of paneer sabji. And mountains of pots of gulab jamun. And mountains of burfi and sandesh. Krishna all mentioned things that I must have cows, because we need milk from the cows to make burfi and sandesh and gulab jamun and paneer. And mountains of baskets of puris. We need ghee from the cows to make. Cows are so important. And mountains of baskets of pakoras and samosas. Breakfast's going to be late, so I can see water coming in your mouth already. We need all these things. And lakes full of sweet rice, and lakes full of nectar, and nice tomato chutney, and so we get big long list. So then the Brishbasis, they cooked, and there's a village called Anior. At that village of Anior, they did the Anakut ceremony. It's like every day we're saying we have to meet at Chitrakoot. Chitrakoot is a mountain in between Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. So Kut means mountain, Anna means grain, mountains of grain. So they made mountains and mountains of puri, baskets of puris, and mountains of rice with ghee and butter on top, and mountains of all the things I just described, mountains and Anukut. They did the first Anukut ceremony. And suddenly Giriraj took the great big form of Krishna on top of the hill. And his eyes got very big when he saw this boga. And Giriraj the hill became like an asan, and he sat down. And Krishna said, just see how Giriraj has assumed this form to accept your offerings before your very eyes. Did your Indra ever appear? Did your Indra ever appear? And then the little Krishna bowed down to the big Krishna on top of the hill. And Balaram and all the Brishbasis bowed down to the big Krishna on top of the hill. Then he saw so much bogas there, began to eat. And because he's a little boy, he doesn't know with his right hand and left hand. He began to eat with both hands. In fact, he manifests dozens of right hands and dozens of left hands, and he finished everything in a few minutes. Drank up all those lakes of sweet rice and nectar. Then in true Brishbasi fashion, he began to cry. Aniyor, Aniyor, give me more, give me more. Therefore you see, all the Brishbasis, they're following their leader. Yet Charity Shrestha's. Whatever the great man does, they come. You give them 10, they want 20. You give 20, they want 50. You give 50, they want 100. You give 100, they want 500. You give 500, they want 1,000. They're all following their leader. And all the Brishbasis said, but whatever we had, we've offered to you. There's nothing left. Please be satisfied. Aniyor, Aniyor, give me more, give me more. And Nanda Baba came and said, but whatever, our whole stock we've offered to you, please be satisfied. Aniyor, Aniyor. And Krishna came and he shrugged his shoulders, but there's nothing left. You please be happy. Aniyor, Aniyor, give me more, give me more. And some Brahmins came and put some nice, fresh tulsi manjaris in Krishna's hands. And the little Krishna offered that bunch of tulsi manjaris to the big Krishna on top of the hill. he took those, popped them in his mouth, he said, Triptosmi, now I'm fully satisfied. If you ever heard on the recording Prabhupada saying fully satisfied, then you can understand what full satisfaction is. As soon as he was fully satisfied, then all that mountains and mountains of Bhoga reappeared as Mahaprasad. Everything reappeared. And then the Brishbasis, they had a wonderful feast, feeding everyone. It said even the Chandalas, even the dogs. And Prabhupada said they were so joyful, they were throwing prasad. Even it fell on the ground, they picked it up and ate it with great joy. And Prabhupada explains in Krishna book, this proves that prasadam can never be contaminated. Then keeping the cows in front, cows are so important. Everybody circumambulated Govardhan hill. Meanwhile, Indra, he realized, he found out that his puja was cancelled and they worshipped Govardhan hill instead. And he heard it was Krishna who was behind this. And he became furious. And he began to curse Krishna. But by grace of Goddess Saraswati, all his curses became benedictions. He said, this fellow, these Brishbasis, they're listening to this talkative fellow. He called him a talkative fellow. But if we see the Sanskrit from another angle, it means whatever he speaks will always be spoken. Just like 5,000 years ago, Krishna spoke Bhagavad-Gita. Even today we're speaking. What is that verse from second chapter? Dehenosminyata dehe. Even today we're singing this verse. We don't even know what caste he is. Some people saying he's the son of Vasudeva, he's a Kshatriya. Somebody says he's a Vaishya, son of Nanda Maharaj. We don't even know what caste he is. But if we see the Sanskrit from another angle, it means he's above all the castes. He's Naradama, the lowest of men. But if we see the Sanskrit from another angle, it means everybody becomes low in front of him. All people become low in front of him. This way, whatever curse he gave became benediction. So then, he called for the Sambardika cloud. When there's necessary to destroy through the universe with water, we call the Sambardika cloud. He said, go there to Vrindavan and destroy the Brishbasis along with their cows. Such an offense he made. We're here to worship the cows. We're maintaining this Bhaktivedanta Swami Goshala just to protect the cows. And Indra wanted to destroy the cows. What type of offense he made? We can't imagine. We make offense. Oh, you nonsense, stupid fellow. Huh? That's nothing compared to the offense that Indra made. That cloud was a little doubtful. And Indra said, I'll come riding on Airavata behind you, don't worry. So suddenly in Braj, black clouds appeared on the horizon. And the whole sky became covered with black clouds. It became so dark, it was like nighttime. And cold wind began to blow. Then suddenly rain came, torrents and torrents of rain with pieces of ice. And just raining. In English we say cats and dogs. In Hindi we say musaldhara. I don't know what you say in Ruski. Pillars of rain were falling down. And after a while, no one could tell what was highland or lowland. Everything was full of water, and everyone was suffering, and all the cows were suffering, all the Brishbasis were suffering. And when they're in trouble, they don't know anything except Krishna. They all ran to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho. Oh, Krishna with the great arms, please protect us from this Deva, this Indra, because Krishna wanted to show that he told in Bhagavad-Gita, you don't have to worship anyone except me. And even if that Deva becomes upset, still I'll protect you. So then Krishna, he told the Brishbasis to be calm. And he walked over and he lifted Govardhan hill with his left hand. Sanatana Goswami explains, he didn't put it on his little finger. He lifted it with his left hand like this. And then he told all the Brishbasis that you please come under the hill It's like a big umbrella, and you bring all the cows. So they brought all the cows and all the Brishvasis underneath the hill. Then Sanatana Goswami says in his Tika that Mother Yasoda was so frightened seeing Krishna holding the hill that he put it on his little pinky just to allay Mother Yasoda's fears. It's okay, Mom, it's no problem. Look. Actually, Govardhan is staying there by his own will. If he wants, he'll fly around and do a loop-de-loop. And Madhamangal came and says, actually, I'm chanting my Brahminical mantras. By my Brahminical tejas, the hill is staying on Krishna's finger. Don't worry anything, it's okay. And underneath the hill, in Gopal Champu, we're getting all these nice details from Gopal Champu and Ananda Vrindavan Champu, Jiva Goswami and Kavi Karnapur describe. Because we draw a picture, we just saw dirt underneath the hill. But underneath the hill, they saw parks and gardens and fruit and flowering trees and beautiful lakes and beautiful pavilions. It was a whole other place underneath the hill. They were surprised. And for 7 days and 7 nights, Krishna held the hill on his little finger. And the Brishvasis, this was a special mercy, because nobody sees Krishna all the time. In the morning, Nanda Baba and Yasoda and his close friends see him. Then when he goes out herding the cows, the whole village see him. Then he's with the cowherd boys all day. Then he comes back through the village, everyone sees him. Inside the house, only few friends and parents see. Then all night he's with the gopis. Nobody sees Krishna all the time. Now Krishna made an arrangement, 24/7. The Vrishvasis were taking darshan of the Mukha Chandra, the moonlight face of Krishna. And they weren't feeling tired. They weren't feeling hungry like all of you. They weren't feeling thirsty. They weren't feeling tired. They weren't feeling anything. They were just relishing the moonlight face of Krishna for so many hours, 24 hours a day for 7 days. After a while, Ma Yasoda, she began to massage Krishna's arms. You're not tired, Lala? It's okay, Maya. You're not hungry? You don't want some butter or something? It's okay, Maya. And Mother Mangal says, wait a minute, you speak for yourself. Bring me some butter. So then, after a while, Indra realized that Indra came there and he saw what was going on. Then he went, oops. And he told that Samvardhaka God, make yourself scarce, get out of here quick. We're in big trouble now. So then all of a sudden all the clouds went away, the sun came out, Indra went back to his Indraloka, and when the sun came out, then Krishna told all the Brishvasis, now you take your cows and come out from underneath the hill. And everybody came out from underneath the hill. And he set it back down, and now Krishna had become known as Giridhari. Oh, Giridhari Maharaj ki! Oh, Giriraj Dharana ki! He's become known as the lifter, Giridhari, the lifter of Govardhan Hill. So meanwhile, Indra, he went back to Indraloka. Now he's very worried. He doesn't speak to anybody. He doesn't eat. He doesn't go home to rest. Mother Sachi, she's very worried. Because there's nothing that drives the woman more crazy as when the man becomes quiet. There's nothing that drives the man more crazy as when the woman doesn't start talking. But there's nothing that drives the woman more crazy as when the man doesn't talk. But Sachi Devi, she's very clever. She knows he's in bad mood. His mood kharab ho gaya. I'm not going there. So she was smart. She went to Guru, Brihaspati. So I don't know. He doesn't talk. He doesn't eat. He doesn't sleep. He doesn't talk to me. I don't know. He doesn't come home. I don't know what's the matter. So Brihaspati went there, and Brihaspati found out what was wrong. He said, now you really blew it. Now Krishna won't even look at you from the corner of 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 his eye. You're in big trouble now. So, best thing is you take shelter of a devotee. And best devotee is this cow, this Survi cow from the Golok Dham. She's not only a devotee, she's a cow. better you take shelter. That is our position. That we're offenders, we can't approach Krishna directly. We take shelter of a wonderful devotee like Srila Prabhupada. Therefore we see in all of Prabhupada's letters at the end, what does he write? I'm always praying to Krishna that you young boys and girls advance in Krishna consciousness. We have to take shelter of the devotee like Srila Prabhupada. So then Indra came back, and there was Krishna and all the cowherd boys and all the cows, and Krishna was on inspection tour, Nirikshan Yatra, to see what damage was there around Govardhan Hill. So we see that Yadyadacharya say, whatever the great man does, the common man will follow. So we see, as soon as there's a tsunami or earthquake or something, then the Prime Minister or the President, he flies in on his helicopter to make inspection tour. They're all following the lead of Krishna. So Krishna was on his inspection tour with all the cows and cowherd boys. All of a sudden, Indra came riding on Airavata. Now Airavata is not only a huge elephant, but he has many, many trunks. Not just one, many, many trunks. And all of the cows, they took one look at that elephant. And you know how cows' eyes are so big, they got even bigger. And their ears went, huh? And then they just took one look at the elephant. You ever seen a cow run? You guys live in big cities, you never even see cows. When cows run, they put their tail in the sky like a warning flag. And then they run kicking backwards, if anybody's coming behind, they get kicked. So all the cows put their tails in the sky and they all ran. And all the cowherd boys ran after the cows. Meanwhile, Indra got down off Airavata and he fell down like a stick in the dust of Braj. The king of heaven was doing dandavats in the dust of Braj. And Krishna walked by and didn't even look at him from the corner of 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 his eye. Then Indra thought, now I'm in big trouble. So he went to Surabhi, quick, do something. So then Surabhi went and she spoke to Indra. He said, actually, Indra's your devotee. He became a little puffed up. You don't like pride in your devotees. Now he's sorry. Just like the parents, the children do so many nonsense things, but still the parents always love them. You should forgive him. So then Krishna decided to forgive him. So then they came to the place that is now known as Vrindavan. And Airavata brought water back from the Akash Ganga, not this Ganga where sinful people like you and me are bathing, from the Akash Ganga. And Surabhi, just from her udder, she began to pour milk, and they did Abhishek, just like at 10:30 we're going to do Abhishek. So we have to finish up soon. So, and then all the demigods came. Lord Brahma came, Lord Shiva came, all the demigods, they brought different presentations. The Saptarishis also appeared, they brought beautiful jeweled lotuses. But as soon as the jeweled lotuses saw the moon, they immediately closed. And the sages, now what to do? Then suddenly the sun came. As soon as the sun came, all those jeweled lotuses blossomed again. And they were able to offer them to Krishna. So many beautiful, all the Apsaras came, the Gandharvas came and sang, Kinnaras were playing musical instruments. And after the Abhishek, they gave Krishna nice, clean clothes. And then Indra crowned him as Govinda. And Jiva Goswami explains, what is the meaning Govinda? Just like in Loi Bazaar, there's one shop that even has signs in Russian named Gangotri. That's the owner's name is Narendra. Narendra. The Indra amongst human beings means the king. Narendra means the king. So Govind means the king of the cow. What is the special significance? That all the 33 crore demigods live in the body of the cow. If Krishna becomes king of the cow, he becomes king of Indra and all the demigods automatically. And then they did this wonderful arti with gold and silver deeps, with rubies and pearls and diamonds and gold and chamaras and silver peacock fans and all this opulent conch shells covered with pearls and gold and silver and so many things. And all the Brahmins chanting in perfect rhyme and meter, Sahasra Sirsa Purusha, like this they were chanting. And then Krishna was just sitting there accepting their offerings. And then all the demigods paid their obeisance and left. Meanwhile, all the cowboys came back with the cows, and they saw Krishna sitting there, and they saw all this opulent arti parapher. They picked it up and they began to play doing arti. And they weren't even singing Vedic stutis, they were singing the Brishbasi songs. And Brishbasis, they can't carry a tune, not like Bengalis. Bengalis are very famous, you know. But if you hear the Raslilas in the night, you come here in Shravan, they're all off tune, you know. Arati Kunja Bihari Ki Sigiridari Krishna Murari Ki. And Krishna was just laughing and laughing. The demigods in the clouds looked down. They said, we don't have a pinch of love for Krishna like these Vishvasis. He was just officially accepting our arti. He's actually accepting the arti of these Vishvasis. Then suddenly Nanda Maharaj appeared on the scene. He heard something funny is going on in Govardhan. Gold and silver and ruby. I mean, first this guy's stealing butter and yogurt. Now what's he? And all the cowboys looked up. They saw the superiors are there. And Nanda Baba said, where you got all this gold and silver and pearl and ruby and diamond? Baba, we just found it. We just found it here. Yeah, right. You just found all this gold and silver. Then Madhamanga said, Baba, they didn't see. I saw everything. They didn't see what happened, Baba. I saw everything. Because this guy came on this elephant, Baba. This elephant was huge. And not just one trunk, Baba. I'm telling the truth, Baba. Cross my heart, hope to die. And the cows, they all ran away. Then this guy got off the elephant. Swear to God, Baba. He had eyes all over his whole body, Baba. And he fell down in the dust. And Lala didn't even look at him, Baba. Then this cow came. Oh, Baba, I never saw a cow like that, Baba. And the cow began to speak with Lala. And then they came over here, and that elephant went somewhere, and he brought back this wonderful water, Baba. Then that cow began to pour milk on Baba, and they bathed him. Then they dressed him. Then all these people came, Baba. We couldn't believe it, Baba. This guy came, I swear to God, Baba. This guy had 4 heads, Baba. 4 heads. Then this guy came, Baba. He had 5 heads, Baba. This big snake on his neck. Then these guys came and they were singing. I never heard singing like that, Baba. Then these guys were playing these instruments. Oh, Baba, it wasn't Ektar like we have. I don't know what they were playing, Baba. I never saw instruments like that. And these guys were singing. And then these girls came, Baba. Oh, Baba, I never saw girls like that, Baba. They were all trained up by Indraduta Maharaj. They were dancing very nicely. Then they did this arti, Baba, then they left. Then we just came and we found out, the boys came and they found all this stuff, Baba. They didn't see what happened. I saw such Boru, Baba, crossed my heart, looked to die, Baba. Then a voice said, Nanda, now you crown Krishna as Govinda. So Nanda Baba took that crown, he crowned Krishna as Govinda. So that day he had been known as Gopal. From this day he became known as Govinda. And the place where the Abhishek water collected became known as Govinda Kund. And Bhakti Ratnakara says, whoever takes that water on his head gets Govinda praise. Bhagavad-Gita Maharaj ki jai.